In the quaint town of Hollow Pines, the streets were quiet and the townsfolk knew each other by name. It was the kind of place where children played freely and doors were rarely locked. But that all changed when the van appeared. It was an old, beat-up white van, its paint peeling like dried skin and its windows darkened by layers of grime. It first showed up on the outskirts of town, parked near the abandoned rail yard. At first, no one thought much of it, just a drifter or someone passing through. But then, the van didn't leave. Over the next few days, sightings of the van increased. It was seen idling in front of the school, its engine softly purring as children filed out. At night, it would park beneath the street lights, casting long, jagged shadows on the empty sidewalks. People started whispering about it at the diner, saying they felt a strange heaviness whenever they saw it, as if something unseen was watching them from inside. One brave teenager, Ellie, decided to investigate. She'd always had a rebellious streak and wasn't one to shy away from a challenge. Armed with her phone, she followed the van one evening as it crawled through the streets like a predator stalking prey. It eventually parked in front of the old church, its headlights flickering before turning off. Ellie crouched behind a bush, her heart hammering as she filmed. The van's back doors creaked open, but no one stepped out. Instead, an overwhelming stench wafted through the air, like rotting meat left in the sun. Then, she saw it. Long, spindly fingers curling around the edge of the door. They were too thin, too pale, and impossibly long. A figure emerged, its body hunched and gaunt, its face obscured by the hood of a tattered coat. Ellie gasped, and the figure froze. It turned its head toward her hiding spot, revealing a face that didn't belong to anything human. Its eyes were hollow pits, its mouth stretched into a grotesque smile that split its face in half. Ellie bolted, her phone slipping from her grasp as she ran. Behind her, she heard the van's engine roar to life. For days, Ellie was missing. The town searched everywhere, but found no trace of her. Until one morning, the van was spotted again, parked outside her parents' home. The police approached cautiously, but when they opened the back doors, all they found was Ellie's phone, still recording. The last video showed Ellie running, the camera shaking as her breaths grew frantic. Then, the screen went dark, and a voice whispered, low and guttural, "You're next." After that, the van disappeared, but the town was never the same. People locked their doors, drew their curtains, and prayed they'd never hear the faint rumble of an engine outside their homes at night. But every so often, someone swears they see it, parked just out of sight, watching, waiting.